Have you been here before?
No, I haven't. This is my first time. I just wanted to chop it up with you real quick, champ.
How old are you, sir?
Let's face it, life isn't fair. Everybody has a different price. You're not everybody's type, and neither am I. You may have a lower price of entry to date one chick, another guy may have a higher entry. It's just how it is. But black men have made a hypothesis, at least some black men, and that is to say, if a white man is not successful, he will still be able to get a high quality black woman, while a black man in that same position would get ignored. And
God dang it, O'Shea. I ain't do no O'Shea video in a minute, and then he pop out with this. Golly. Black woman, please don't tell me this true, man. Don't be doing us like this, black woman. Come on, man. But yeah, man, we're going to get back to the episode. The title of the episode is White Guy Proves That Clapping Black Cheeks is Easy. Let's start the conversation in the comments, man. Is it true or is it not? You feel me? But yeah, man, y'all go subscribe to my other channel, man. The person that comments first the most on that channel until we get to 1,000 subs will win $500. Also, when we hit 100K on this channel, we'll be doing a $2,500 giveaway, man. Hopefully, it's more depending on how much money I got. You feel me? Also, I will be doing a party in my home city, man. When we hit 100K on this channel, man, it's going to be lit, man. We're bringing the whole city out. So if you in the city, make sure you come out. If you're not, hey, take a trip. Come out, bro. You feel me? Also, wait, hold up. Y'all hear that? With another reaction, you feel what I'm saying? But yeah, man, let's get 1,000 likes on the video, man. Road to 1 million subs. I always remember all things are possible to them that believe. You feel what I'm saying? Let's get to the video, fam.
in other words, a black man has to be really successful for the most part to get the attention of most average black women in order for her to become submissive. On the flip side, a white man could be below average and get that same black woman to act very favorable towards him. And this theory has been out there, at least on the internet, for the last 10 years. Now this theory is going to be put to the test right here on this video. A young white man pulled up to Kendra G's YouTube live looking for a black queen.
Looking for love? Because that's what I do here.
Yeah, I am looking for love, and I saw that last girl. She was beautiful, a girl like that. I need an African queen.
No, y'all mess around and get this dude some cheese. I'm done. I can't. I just can't, bro. Come on, bro. Ain't no way, bro.
Black queens forever, snow bunnies never.
So that's interesting. This young white man is looking for an African queen or a black queen. But what he says next is pretty interesting.
Looking for love? Because that's what I do here.
Yeah, I am looking for love, and I saw that last girl. She was beautiful, a girl like that. I need an African queen.
What?
Yep. Dude, I'm an incel, though, so it's tough for me out there.
Okay,
What is
you're
the
asking me,
answer?
are you trolling me, Dexter?
No, I'm not trolling.
What is
People
it?
all...
Wait, hold up. Y'all put in the comments, what is an incel? I'll be hearing that name pop up a lot now. What is it?
I don't know, I think it's my voice, but I'm not trolling, I'm being serious.
And what do you do for a living?
I'm a professional video game player.
You're a professional video game player.
Yep.
What kind of woman you looking for? You already said you want her to be an African queen.
Yes, I do. Yep, I'm looking for, I need her to stay home, cook and clean for me, and I want her to be available to get married, like, within the next 2 months.
Well, how's she gonna cook and clean for you? You live with your mama and your daddy.
Okay, come on. I can live with my parents, I'm over here, I'm playing video games, I'm getting the money, she can move in with us.
So if you look at the term incel, this means involuntary celibate. It's a term associated with men online who basically say they can't find a romantic or sexual partner. Now, in this particular case, a guy like this might be willing to take almost anything, but he figured that his particular opportunity would be with black women because at least he's white. And you also hear about his living situation. He lives with his mom. He's a gamer. And not only does he expect the black woman to move in with him, he has particular duties for her. She needs to be able to cook and clean and be willing to get married within the next 2 or in 3 months. Now, he pretty much has stated what he's looking for, and this is what he's expecting. But at a certain point, Kendra G is going to ask him a question.
Boy, now I do think you're trolling me.
I'm not trolling.
You think a black girl gonna move into a white family's house and cook and clean? That sounds like some maid. It ain't no black woman gonna do that.
Stop the cap.
Now, Kendra G is going to stand on business, as you young people say today. And she's going to state, listen, there is no way a black woman would ever deal with that sort of situation. I mean, you're a white guy, you live at home with your mom, you want her to be celibate, cooking and cleaning. Oh, that's like the slavery days. Nah, that's not going to happen, because a black woman is not going to be somebody's slave. And while this may be true normally, some black men are going to have a counter argument. They'll say, hey, Kendra G, you're correct. For a black man, definitely this would not happen. But because of the white power structure and self-hatred of some of our people in the community, this may be completely possible with certain black women. In other words, there might be a black woman out there who would have no problem moving into this white man's house, cooking and cleaning for his family, letting him clap cheeks, and being submissive, only because he's white. Now, how do we have any proof that some black women could be capable of doing this, that this is a possibility? Well, let's listen to this white man himself, who basically has a testimony.
Because I was approached by a black woman recently through social media. She said she liked me. I was like, okay. I took her out for a date. And the whole date was just her basically fawning over me. Not because of who I am, because I'm actually a person. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not I really don't think I'm a great individual. I messed up a lot in my life.
So y'all gloating over this dude, this incel right here. And then he tell you he's a bad person. He's a bad person, and look at him. And you got, man, bro, you got the sisters gloating over him. He telling his story. It's crazy.
And I regret it. And though I'm trying to improve, I'm in no way worthy of this kind of flattery. I'm not deserving of anything like it. And the whole thing was because I was white. So, to say I was offended, yeah, I think I was. Because that's the only thing that mattered, was the fact that I'm white. We are not the best dating option. Dead serious. There's other people out there. And I know for a fact, black women, there are black men who are, as just in character, are better than I am.
If you guys remember this clip, it came out many years ago. It was a white man who's interested in dating black women, but he got so sick and tired of black women just objectifying him for the fact that he was a white man. They didn't want to get to know him. They didn't know if he was a good person. It was only because he was white. And he himself said, listen, I don't even feel like I'm that good of a person. Like, you're not even asking me about myself. You're not even looking at what my goals are. You don't even care. Just because I'm white, you're just willing to give me everything. And I just think it doesn't make any sense. And this is what I dislike about dating black women. You're putting me on a pedestal when in fact there are many black men out there who are way better person than I am. And this guy who put this online, he caught a lot of hatred for making this statement. But many brothers appreciated him because folk felt that he was actually trying to be honest. He was trying to let black women know, like, listen, just because I'm white, don't give me a pass. Don't go out of your way for me as a white man, while at the same time not doing the same thing for your own man, who I feel personally are even better suited for you than me most of the times, because as he said, he's a crappy person. But then another brother expressed something that was very, very interesting.
When I became a manager at a lot of these establishments, one thing that I came to learn, and it broke my heart, I'm not gonna lie, it really has affected the way my judgment towards certain people But 8 out of 10 times you see a sister come in there, a black woman come in there with a white guy, she's footing the bill. That blew, like, they had me convinced with all the videos on social media that, yo, these white men are out here killing us, they're taking our best women, blah blah blah. Till I got into this industry, started working, and my dude, a lot of times, 8 out of 10 times, you see a sister at an upscale restaurant with a white guy, she's footing the bill. It blew my mind when I started learning this, when I started seeing it.
This brother was also shocked at what he was seeing in the restaurant that he worked in. He thought that, black women would be really against dating white men, since, white men are, some of them can be violent and doing X, Y, and Z. But not only did he find these particular black women having a good time with these white men, 80% of the time he saw black women paying for these encounters, even in the restaurant. And I'm pretty sure it was a high-end restaurant. So 20% of the time white men were paying, but most of the times black women were paying. So what does that show you? That black women in this context had no problem paying for their white counterparts if it came to romantic or possible sexual relationships. This is what he saw 4 out of 5 times. Now let's go ahead and dial it back to Kendra G. She can't see or fathom a black woman willing to take this offer. But what I can assure you is this young white man's inbox is blowing up with particular suitors who are willing and able to sacrifice to be with him just because he's white. It won't matter that he's 21. It won't matter that he's an incel. And again, at the end of this video, he says he doesn't even want a black woman to go to college or anything like that. He wants her to not even be college educated and be able to give birth to his kids and raise his kids as a submissive wife. And you might find a woman having the issue doing that for the average black man, but for the below average white man in the black community, it might not be a problem. And again, being an African American has its perks. But I'll tell you, there is nothing like the white guy here. I've seen 60 to 70-year-old white men who don't even do anything, and you see the women approaching them, sometimes in the clubs twerking on them, booty bouncing. And this is not just any black chick or any black woman. These are super bad, beautiful black women, okay? Twerking it up on older white zaddy. He can't even get it up, and basically he don't even understand why he's getting so much attention. But as the old folk used to say, white man's ice is colder. And again, to go back to Kendra G, you might not do it, but there are plenty of women out there possibly who would be interested in such an arrangement, especially with a man that's white. And let's talk about the elephant in the room: the ability to get half black, half white babies. Now again, I know this is a problem when black men go out and do such things with white women or non-black women, as it is looked at as colorism. But on the flip side, black women also participate in producing mulatto children, and they often are very proud of these kids. And this is one of the things that a black man can't give a black woman, which is a mulatto child. And the fact that the white man can do it, for some women who are color struck, this is a good opportunity for them. By a white man, this is something that's a really good opportunity for certain sisters. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy Yoshi Jackson.
Whew. That was a short video, but that was a lot to take in, bro. Like, yeah, y'all tell me what y'all think about that. That's crazy. And it's crazy because I haven't heard that. I heard that theory a lot of times, bro. Like, even with the video I did a while ago from O'Shea, with the dude who was literally using racist pickup lines and had the black women coming back to back to back. And I'm like, wow, is this a thing that black women fantasize about? Or I don't know, man, but O'Shea might be on or something, bro. But I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think about that video in the comments, man. See you guys next video. Always remember, be safe out here, kings and queens. Let's get it.